Well, it looks like the Russian sanctions are working, but I could say maybe they're working for not in a good way overall. But let me just get on to the chase, cut to the chase here. It looks like Putin's government is going to have to start cutting back on the government itself because they don't have the money to pay everybody, so they're reducing the number of government officials by 5 to 20%. Maybe 20% might be the more realistic number. They're having them do pay cuts. Putin himself is going to be doing some pay cuts of 10%, but, I know that's kind of ludicrous because he gets money other ways, not from his government salary, It's, it's kind of like a joke. It's kind of like, like even if you have an American politician making money on speaking circuits and everything else, had them taking a pay cut, whatever, Putin, he's got a lot of money. But I think what's going on here is, I hate to say this, but it looks like it's being orchestrated for World War III, and everybody's playing their part. Vlad's playing his part, Obama's playing his part, and the capstone's controlling the whole deal. Like maybe we'll give it a little bit of a conspiracy theory. Now I'm gonna actually have to play something from another video real briefly. And I'm gonna tell you where the link is because you're probably going to think I'm full of it because what they're airing right now on the Russian television is like total freaking wartime, right to the balls freaking propaganda. Smash the freaking West, smash Europe, smash the USA and the UK, and right to the balls, man. Balls to the wall. That's what's going on. You wouldn't believe it. Now, I can tell you one thing I do recognize by Vlad. I know like the Chechenian bombing, going after the Chechenian rebels for the apartment bombing. That was the Russian 911 and all that kind of garbage. But the difference between Vlad and a lot of people that we got over here that are politicians, Vlad is a fighter. Even though, the stories about child molestation and pedophilia, I got to tell you this, man. I get aggravated at these people that supposedly are truthers. Working on Russia Today, Abigail was one of them. I'll tell you one thing. I'm just going to have to say it in this video because I'm tired of even commenting on it. I just can't even write paragraphs on this garbage. It's like ridiculous. But, I put videos out. I put video out on the Clinton body count. The Clinton body count and all the dead people, the police that were killed that were bodyguards for the Clintons and campaign managers and Vince Foster and Ron Brown. And, I put that out. So what am I? I put it out, right? I put it out. There's a video on it. If you want to go watch it, it's there, right? I put the whole 9 yards out just about. As much as I could fit in a video. Abigail, she quits Russia Today. I'm going to comment on this deal because, it's one of these things I get these people totally like saying, I don't see the deal, what's going on. She won't criticize this guy with the body count or what he did with the apartment building, which was explosives by the FSB, or the charges of pedophilia by even people he poisoned that said he was a pedophile and, him kissing a 5-year-old boy in public on a tummy, saying he was like a kitten, I had to kiss him. But you know what? I got to tell you this. It's commonplace that there's freaks like all of them on the top are a bunch of freaks, I think. I don't care if they're British royalty, the top political families in the U.S. I don't give a damn where they come from. I think they're all screwed up, so I ain't going to pick on this guy only. But I can tell you one difference between him and the other politicians is Vlad's a fighter. He's a fighter. I can tell you, that's obvious, right? He's a fighter. He ain't going to be bullshitting around, So I'm going to tell you this, though. Unbeknownst to a lot of people on YouTube with all, the Vlad cheerleaders and all the drama, giddy rumors, and, even Alex Jones isn't alluding to any of this at all. This was actually on Russian television, a Russian state-sponsored television. That's the only kind there is. Just recently, within the last, week or so, about invading Europe, invading the United States, having the Russians take it over, knock down a German flag, put up the Russian flag, everything else. I'll just show you a real snippet on it real quick. And so you see it's real, and I'll show you the link down there in the information box and also in the comments. And so you can just see, I'm not BSing you around. But you know what? I think all this Russian sanctions garbage and stuff that's being done is just leading up to a big damn conflict. I hate to say it, but I see the reality of the situation. If I see it, the people in Washington can't be stupid, okay? So here it is.
Варшава — это слишком просто. От Москвы до польской столицы всего 1300 километров. Танк Т-90, например, если не прибегать к помощи транспортной авиации, войдет в пригороды меньше, чем через сутки после начала марша. К этому времени бойцы ВДВ, им на переброску нужно всего 2 часа, успеют провести репетицию, отдохнуть, сварить праздничную кашу с тушенкой и которые после объединения ФРГ и ГДР достались немцам. Прага, Хельсинки, Вильнюс, Таллин. На мае еще есть времени, так что заявки принимаются. Армия у нас большая, на всех хватит, да еще для Москвы останется.
Well, I guess that's good enough. It was aired on February 8th, 2015. It's, the major Russian TV channel. So tell me they ain't prepping the people for freaking crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? It's in other words, you got Vlad the Fighter up there, and Vlad the Impaler, whatever the hell it is, Impaler. And I'm going to tell you this, I hate to say this, but the reality beyond the situation is, we got this big aircraft carrier naval task force out there and things like that. I hate to say this, but they've been shown to be kind of vulnerable in some ways to penetrating their underwater defenses with some of the new submarine technology that, they showed this in recent exercises. They showed this in other exercises before. China's got subs that popped up right in the middle of the task force and stuff, and I'm thinking, I don't know, man. I don't like this deal coming down at all, because the one thing is, we wouldn't have a problem, but, the other thing is we got Obama over here disarming all the Americans by banning, the green tip 5.56 ammo. And, maybe this isn't going to happen right away, but I can see that it's on the horizon. And at the same time, the real backup to the American military in the United States of America is actually the general population militia. Used to be a hell of a hard time with freaking any kind of invasion that ever happened over here with that. That's a fact. But, it sounds crazy, but you know what? You just saw something. I don't want to play the whole video. You can watch it. Just gave you enough clips of it to tell you that it's real. They're actually pushing this. Even like, you got people in Russia right now saying that the Americans are taking over Russia through Burger King and Coca-Cola and McDonald's. I'm like, yeah, man, whatever. I mean, God, these people are freaking nuts, man. But the thing is, I think it's all planned. It's all planned. And Putin's playing his part. Obama's playing his part. Hillary, maybe she'd be playing her part. It's amazing, man. But I can tell you one thing about Vlad. He's a fighter more than a politician. So if he gets backed in a corner, he's just not going. He's going to freaking do what the hell he needs to do to freaking get his way out. He's not going to go down without a fight. And since this is all coming out of Russian television right now, I say it's going to happen, dude. In women's, I think it's going to happen, man. So, they're really prepping the people over there in Russia for, every freaking way there is. But, I had to bring up that thing even about RT with Abby. I know she quit the damn station. I knew that garbage, but I'm saying, man, most of these people on the alternative media, they're working for the other side. That's what I think they're doing. Most of them are. If you actually are somebody, well, I can tell you one thing. This Vlad guy never hired me because I'd be putting a lot of the first stories. I'd be saying, yeah, you want to see if I got real freaking editorial rights? I'm going to put out a whole bunch of stories about all the people you wasted, Vlad. See if it flies then. They wouldn't hire me in a million years, man. But I can tell you that right now that, anybody that worked for Russia today is a shill. That's the way it goes. I'm just like done arguing that freaking kind of garbage anymore, because I can get into, and I think I already have on other videos the number of people that Vlad had killed that were his opposition and what he did, which was his 911. But he's really no different from everybody else. The big difference is that in Russia, the leader's got even more power than the leader does over here. And the people over here got no backbone to freaking stand up to him. That's one of the biggest problems going. That's about the biggest problem going. But it looks like we got conflict in the winds here. And I don't know. The proof is that radio broadcast. It just was up here in the last a television broadcast, which was up in less than a month. It was less than a month. Basically talking about invading Germany, invading Poland, invading the United States. Not a joke, man. Not a joke. What do you think they're doing, man? This was not from the 15 years ago back or more, or 20, 30 years ago back in the 80s or something. This was less than 30 days ago. So as they're feeling a lot more pressure from the sanctions, the leader over here, he's going to fight. He's rallying the people for a fight. He's not going down. That's simple what's going to happen. I can tell you that right now. So, anyway, in the meantime, the Muslim Iranian guy, Obama, and Valery Jarrett, I'm going to tell you right now, too, you're going to be pissed off at me for this, but, man, I tell you, I side with Netanyahu all the way on this deal with Iran. It's amazing. It's amazing how the American people went from one extreme to the other. Before, like, Israel could do absolutely no wrong, which I know they're not perfect, but now it's like Israel is like the problem of the whole earth. They went from that one extreme to the other. And, Israel is not the United States of America, but it looks like it's going to be the key to our security in the globe, because it's actually going to be the key to preventing Iran from getting those nukes. And you know what happened? You know what Obama said? If Israel was going to attack Iran and knock out their nuclear facilities, Obama said he was going to shoot down their planes. So, not only do we have a problem over here with Vladimir Putin, we got a major problem with the yo-yo that's in the White House right here at this dinner table. But to tell you the truth, I think they're all freaking bad guys working together. And, maybe all the orders are coming from the capstone, the big grand conspiracy, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know exactly how this is being played out. But it looks like the Russian people are being conditioned for war. And if you look at that video that they just put out, it made it look like a big walk in a park. Like, you think the freaking Russians going to come over here in the United States and not get their asses shot into a million pieces? They will be. They will be. Because Obama, your bullshit rules ain't going to freaking fly. I can tell you that right now. Not in the least. But, I don't know. I will put out controversial stuff, but it's because I don't work for RT. I'll just leave you with that thought. People that work for RT, they're afraid to step over the line, or else they don't get their big fat check from the Kremlin. And probably the Kremlin was going to start freaking cutting back on their pay, so they quit. Right, Abigail? Right? You take your freaking pantyhose and go blow them up somewhere else.